Tonight, Rockline is an evening with Julian Lennon. So get your questions ready and call us toll-free, 1-800-222-ROCK in the United States. That's 1-800-222-7625. And toll-free in Canada as well, 1-800-344-ROCK. The debut album, Secret Value of Daydreaming, is nothing short of excellent. He'll always and forever be John Lennon's son, but it's become quite obvious that Julian is his own person. And Rockline welcomes Julian Lennon. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad to be my own person these days.
Well, you will always have that specter around you, and I would think that at times that's a blessing, and at times it could be annoying as well.
Yes. So I guess it'll be around for a while. I'm hoping to break through a little more with this album.
I think you definitely have.
Thank you. That's nice to know.
Now, are you eager to get back out on the road again, and how long are you going to be touring?
A long tour. This is a world tour, so we're actually starting off in Europe this time, which we didn't do last time, and we should be out for 6, 7, 8 months. We're not sure yet. All over the place, though.
Now, that is extensive. Do you have any idea yet when you'll be touring in North America?
Yes, actually, we're starting here in June for about 3 or 4 months, and you never know if it really goes well. Then we might be back after the end, of the rest of the tour.
Plan on coming back for a second leg.
Who knows? If the energy stands up to yeah.
Now, who's in the band this time? Is it the same touring band that you used last time?
Same touring band, yeah. Except we have a new guitarist. Justin is still with us, but we have a new guy which we picked up in New York called Douglas Worthington. So we're really looking forward to working with him.
Great. We're waiting for your call to put you on the air with Julian Lennon on Rockline. For right now, the first single released from the brand new album. This is Stick Around on the Global Satellite Network. From the brand new album by Julian Lennon, The Secret Value of Daydreaming. Stick Around is the name of that one on Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn with Julian right now. Julian, our first phone call for you tonight is from Knoxville, Tennessee. It's Janine, or is that Jeannie? She's listening to WIMZ FM. Hi.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm just fine. I think you are truly wonderful, and I have a question for you.
Thank you. Go right ahead.
Okay. A lot of the critics have said that your new album is a lot more rock, and that the lot was really lyrical ballads.
Yeah.
I want to know if you feel like there's been a change in your style, and if you do, why the change?
Ah, right. Well, there has been a change in the style, just a little bit. And it was mainly due to the tour, really. Because when we went on the road and we played Velotte live, it was a lot more rockier than it was on the album. And I just liked all the energy that the band gave off and whatever. The whole thing worked really well. So I said, well, let's see if we can try and capture this with the band in the studio. And it worked, and it came off real rockier compared to the last one. We could have gone really rocky, but we still wanted to keep some of our fans from Velotte, so it's kind of in the middle there, album,
There you go, and thank goodness for growth, and thanks to our caller Jeannie from Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you for being on. We're going to take a brief time out. We'll be back with Julian Lennon in just one moment. Our numbers are toll-free. In the United States, call 1-800-222-ROCK. In Canada, reach us toll-free as well at 1-800-344-ROCK. It's Rockline. Once again, Rockline returns. My guest is Julian Lennon for the entire 90 minutes tonight. I'm Bob Coburn. Before we proceed any further, I have 3 new affiliate stations to welcome to the Rockline. First, 103 PHD in Buffalo, New York. Glad to have you aboard. Also, Q106, Claremont, New Hampshire, and KQ93 in Gallup, New Mexico. Let's hear from you folks tonight. And thanks for listening to the Rockline. Our next call is from Minneapolis. It's Steve. He's listening to 92 KQRS. Steve, meet Julian Lennon.
Hi, Julian.
How you doing, Steve?
This is a real pleasure.
Thank you.
I really think that both the new single and video are great.
You saw the video then, huh?
I was really impressed. And I was wondering how Michael J. Fox, and I think, is that Joe Piscopo?
That's right,
I was wondering how they became involved with it, and who came up with the concept, and who directed it.
Ah, right. Well, actually, the director came up with the concept. We'd been working through a couple of ideas, and it actually changed as we went along. The director was Jerry Kramer, Joe Piscopo actually was a friend of one of the girls in the video, the actual scene he's in. And he was supposed to be picking her up, and we mentioned the fact that we were doing a video and said, well, well, we've got this little part, would you like to play? You know, and Michael J. Fox, I've met him on a couple of occasions. He's a good old friend, kind of, and we invited him down and said there was a little piece for him to do, but surprised him with the pizza boy outfit when he walked in, you know. But they enjoyed it. They enjoyed it, and we enjoyed having them on it. It was great.
By the way, Steve, we want to let you know and everybody else listening that Joe Piscopo will be a guest host on this very program 2 weeks from tonight, as a matter of fact. Thank you for your call, Steve. Let's go to Vancouver, British Columbia. CFOX FM 99 is what David is listening to, and he's on the air with us now. Hi.
Hello, Julian.
Hi, David.
Hi, I really liked your first album. I can't wait to get the second one.
I haven't got it yet, huh?
No, I haven't got it yet. I'll get it.
Go get it, David.
Good. Thank you.
I've got a good question here for you.
Oh.
Who would your dream band be if you could work with anybody?
A dream band.
Oh, dear me. Well, I tell you what, I mean, at the moment, the band I'm working with is, well, I mean, I'm included within the band, but it's so hot and it's working so well that I couldn't find anyone better to play with at the moment. I enjoy their company, because they're all good friends as well. I don't think I really have a dream band. I like listening to other musicians, and I admire them a lot, but I really don't know whether I could think of a band that would better the one I'm in at the moment, because I'm very content with them. I mean, we get along and we do the job real well.
Normally, I'd say you're being diplomatic, but you really mean that, don't you?
Yeah, I really do mean that.
What's the last band that you listened to? What's the last cassette you yourself put into the machine or record you put on the turntable?
Oh, dear, I did that today. Actually, the last tape I listened to was, I think it was either Scritti Politti or Charlie Sexton last night.
There you go. Thank you for your call, David. We're going to talk with Lisa now in Los Angeles, listening to 95.5 KLOS. Hi there, Lisa.
Hello, BC. Hi, Julian.
How are you doing?
This is a really big thrill for me.
Thank you.
When you were scouting around for a producer for your first album, I'm sure there were a lot of willing and able producers to jump at the chance to produce you. What factors or characteristics were you looking for that led you to choose Phil Ramone? And how much of a hand did he have in the actual final sound of the product? Is he the type of person that wants to go in and takes control 100%?
Oh.
More of a give and take thing where you were like a co-producer?
Well, actually, what happened first of all is when it was time to do a record, the company said, okay, listen to a couple of records, see which kind of production you like. And actually, at the very beginning, I was looking towards Phil Collins, but when he actually did his solo stuff. But I thought, well, if I go towards Phil, at that time, he was doing a lot of production that sounded like his work, you know, with the drums. So I thought, well, that's not going to really be my own stuff, you know, it's going to be Phil Collins-y. Although I still love his stuff, but it wasn't right for me to start off. And I just came up against, I listened to a Billy Joel album and heard The Nylon Curtain. And I was just impressed by Phil's work in the sense that it was very open, good, clear rock material, and just the general sound of the album felt really good, you know, the overall thing. As far as working with Phil in the studio, we're pretty much very equal. I mean, I tend to be lazy in the studio, so he pushes me to be creative, and I mean, generally we work on the whole album as a whole together, you know. It's not like Phil does the biz, you know. We have to work together to make it part of my album, otherwise it would be a Phil Ramone album, you know. So I have to have a lot of input in it as well. It's 50-50.
There you go, Lisa. Good call, and thank you for phoning. We definitely appreciate it. Time for some music on our compact disc player here. Too Late for Goodbyes from Velotte by Julian Lennon on Rockline. From the Velotte album, Too Late for Goodbyes by Julian Lennon. Get your questions ready and phone us. We'll put you on the air with Julian. He's on for the full 90 minutes tonight on Rockline. I'm BC. I have a call from Fresno, California. Somebody listening to 106 KKDJ. Her name is Julie. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay, my question was, how did you come up with the name of your new album, The Secret Value of Daydreaming?
Okay, well, there was a year-end review article in Rolling Stone on all the albums throughout '85, and a guy called Fred Schruers did the review on my last album, The Lot, and he said some very nice things, and at the very end of it he said, like John, Julian has learnt the secret value of daydreaming. And also another quick interesting thing, I had the idea for the album, the picture for the album before I had the album title. So I was using cross negatives and all sorts of things, double images, before I even saw the album title. And when we came up with the idea of the pictures, seeing that album title was just the perfect thing. I couldn't have wished for anything better.
So you really got the title from a review in Rolling Stone?
Yes,
that's amazing.
That's right.
Fred must be thrilled.
Yeah, Fred got credited, so he had a nice time.
Thanks, Julie, for being on the air with us. We're going to talk to Dean now in Atlanta. He's listening to 96 Rock. Welcome back, Dean.
Hello, BC. How's it going, Julian?
Oh, fine. Pretty good again.
All right, it's a real pleasure to speak with you. And,
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you how much influence did your father have on your music, and who else influenced you?
Right. Well, obviously my dad had a lot of influence on me, and also I grew up learning to play Beatles songs because they were the ideal kind of thing to learn when you first started to play instruments, He was a big influence, plus the Beatles, obviously. There are so many groups out there that have been influential to me. I mean, while the punk era was out, I was listening. I didn't like any of that stuff. My mother was playing Steely Dan and stuff like that. I said, "Oh, I like that, Mum," because it actually had melody and music and words that I could understand. So I used to listen to Steely Dan and Doobie Brothers, stuff like that. Those were my main influences.
There you go, Dean. Thanks for being on the air with us again. We're going to talk with Terry now in Dayton, Ohio. She's listening to 105 WTUE. What's your question, Terry?
Hi, Julian.
Hello.
Hi, I think you're really great, and you look fabulous in the new Rolling Stone Style Counselors article.
Oh, thank you.
I was just wondering, how did that come about? Do you enjoy modeling, and do you think you'll be doing any more of it in the future?
Oh, dear me.
I think you struck a responsive chord there.
Oh, blimey. Well, actually, that was, I hate to say it, but that was just another photo session. It was part of a scheduled thing that I was doing. I wasn't quite sure what I was up against, and they said, well, it's actually for a fashion section. So I actually turned up in my own clothes and said, no, I'm not wearing any of that stuff. But they said, just take a look. So I had a look through the rails, and there was some nice stuff there. So I said, okay, we can take some pictures with this, as long as I can take the clothes with me at the end, which I did. But that's the only reason I did it. Yeah. But also because it was with such a wonderful person as Ahmed.
Want to negotiate my next contract for me there? You have to take the clothes with you. What a guy!
That's
here.
Right.
We're just getting started here. We got more music, more telephone time with Julian Lennon. Call us toll free 1-800-222-ROCK in the United States. In Canada, it's toll free also 1-800-344-ROCK. We're talking rock and roll. It's Rockline. Welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn with Julian Lennon. We're going to play another song now from The Secret Value of Daydreaming, and this is a song called You Get What You Want. Now, this is Billy Joel on piano on this, isn't it?
This is true. Actually, just for the piano solo and at the very beginning, yes.
At the very beginning. Wonderful.
Actually, can I just say something? The beginning was an accident, because after he'd done his solo, one day we were in the studio and we rewound the tape past where it was supposed to go, and we found this warm-up bit that Billy did, which we didn't know about. So we thought, oh, great. And so we got John McCurry, the guitarist, just to fill in that little gap. And so it made a whole new beginning for the song.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Joel warming up. You Get What You Want, brand new by Julian Lennon from The Secret Value of Daydreaming and Rockline. Let's continue. We have a call from Orange County, California. Somebody listening to 95.5 KLOS. His name is Jim, and he's on the air with us. Hi.
Hi, Julian.
Yeah, hi, Jim.
Great honor for me, let me tell you.
Thank you.
My question for you is that Live Aid. I went to Live Aid. I was a California representative at Live Aid in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
And I kept seeing on the big screens up there Julian Lennon live from London.
Yeah.
And I never saw you there, and I was wondering if you were supposed to be there and something came up, or it was just...
Well, I would have liked to have been there, but... I mean, we just came off the tour at the time, so it became rather difficult. I don't know, there was a lot of confusion, but actually there was the rumours about me being with the Beatles there, which really hit me, because I was sitting at home watching TV. I mean, I was watching Live Aid from the second it was on, and it started getting into the show. And next thing I see, well, we're expecting Julian Lennon to arrive here any minute with the rest of the Beatles, and I'm going, what? I'm still sitting here watching... So it was kind of a shock to see that on TV, but I would have liked to have done something for it. But there was a lot of confusion because there was so many acts. But I enjoyed watching it, and I'll be around to do another one if there is another one.
Did you ever find out why they were using your name as advertisement, I guess?
Probably.
And our next question is...
Yes, probably.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. We appreciate it. We're going to talk with Lucy now in Montreal. She's listening to Shome FM. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh, my God.
What can I do for you,
Lucy? It's okay. It's all right.
I was wondering if you saw Yoko Ono's show on tour.
No, I didn't actually get a chance to. I've been working. Well, I actually just finished the album, and I've been doing a promotional tour around Europe and stuff. But actually, I just missed her. I actually just flew to New York the night she was going to perform in London. So I actually said hello to her and wished her all the luck in the world. But no, I didn't get a chance to see it. I would have liked to.
Have you seen her lately at all? Have you had a chance to talk?
Yeah. I saw. Well, actually, I saw her the night she was supposed to do London. But I had to do some work over here, so I said good luck and goodbye.
There you go, and there you are, Lucy. Thank you for your call. It's Megan's turn. She's in Cleveland, and our affiliate, of course, is WMMS. Hi, Megan.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Hi, Megan.
Julian?
Hi.
I'm really kind of amazed by this whole thing. I just bought your second album tonight, and I'd like to say I think it's great.
Thank you.
And I was just wondering, on your first album, when you went to find a record contract, what kind of cloud did you encounter? Because, you were, did people say, great, John Lennon's son, or was there some hesitation?
Well, there was a lot of problems with that. A lot of the companies just didn't want to know because they thought the music was rubbish. And a lot of them just didn't want to get involved because there was too much hassle with the name, and especially after what happened to Dad, So it became difficult for me and them, but luckily enough I found this little company in England that decided to give me a chance, and now I'm on the road, it's all going well.
And that was Charisma Records?
That's Charisma Records, which is now Virgin Records. They've linked up somewhere along the line.
Let's go back to the album that somebody heard, in quotes, before it was released and got Julian in that contract. This is the title track from that LP, Velat, on Rockline.
Sitting on the doorstep, sticking together, 'cause we're strong.
The title track of the debut album by Julian Lennon, Velat, on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Back to the phones we go. Our next call for Julian is a gentleman named Brian in Ovid, Michigan. He's listening to LAV-FM in Grand Rapids. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thank you. I'd like to wish Julian a happy birthday next week.
Ooh, thank you.
Didn't realize that. Thanks for bringing that up, Brian. Happy birthday, yeah.
Yeah, we're right on top. My question was why you never put the words inside your album.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't really know why. I really hoped I'd sing clear enough for you, but obviously not. There was no valid reason why we didn't, but I just I just hope the lyrics are clear enough for you this time round, and maybe, I guess, on the third album I'll push myself to making sure there's some lyrics in there for you.
Maybe your call will help out there, Brian. Thank you.
Yes,
We appreciate
definitely.
it. It's Nora's turn. She is in Waterbury, Connecticut, listening to Hartford's 106 HCN. Hi, Nora.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Nora.
I just want to thank you for another great album. I love it.
Thank you very much.
And I want to ask you, before I ask you my question, I want to ask you, will you please tell Justin I love him?
Yeah, I will pass that message on with no problem.
Because I one-on-ones, but I mean, all right, well, I'll ask you my question. In the inside of your new album, there's a picture of someone holding a TV.
Yeah.
And what's that supposed to mean?
That's just a general confusion on my behalf, and the rest of the record company. It was just a nice picture that we liked. Actually, that was me standing on the New Jersey docks sort of side, looking towards New York. It was just I guess a new feel for the album. You know, the moving to America, so to speak.
Create your own interpretation there.
That's
then, Nora.
right. That's right.
Thanks for your call, too. It's Mary this time we're going to speak with in Hollywood, Florida. She's listening to Miami's WSHE. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Mary.
I love your concert. I love it.
Thank you.
Stand by me. I was wondering, did you ever consider working with Paul McCartney?
That's not something that I've thought about lately, but I don't think so. I would love to work with him from the musicianship side, but I've got my own career to deal with at the moment, and I've got so many ideas that I want to do, and I'm sure Paul has as well. You know, whether something happens later on in life, I really don't know. But at this present time, we've got our own careers to think about, and we've got a lot of work on our hand. But I think he's a great musician, and maybe one day, purely because of that, it might be nice to work with him. But I don't know.
So nothing planned, but you're not ruling it out.
No, I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not talking about within the next 5 years either. You know.
There you go, Mary. Thank you. We're going to speak with somebody named Kim, and he is in Philadelphia. Our affiliate is 94 YSP. Actually, this is a she, I've been informed. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hi, fine. Hi, Julian.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Holding out well.
First of all, I'd like to wish you a happy 23rd birthday.
Thank
I know
you.
it's not till next week, but
Well, thank you very much all the same.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
And my question is, how come Carlton Morales doesn't play on this new album?
Well, actually, we had a lot of discussion problems with the music and stuff with the last album, and on mainly on tour. And also, he wanted to pursue some other career, some guitar work career as well. So he's off on his own at the moment. Doing some own solo stuff. So actually, we had to bring in a new guy while he's off on his own. And we've got a new guy called Douglas Worthington, which we're really looking forward to working with. So that's why at the moment Carlos is off somewhere, and Douglas is here now, and I think here to stay.
There you are, Kim, and thanks for being on the Rockline. We're going to play another song now from the latest album by Julian Lennon. This is My Day on Rockline. This is My Day by Julian Lennon from the brand new album, The Secret Value of Daydreaming, on Rockline and the Global Satellite Network. A brief timeout is forthcoming, and then we're back with more. Just getting started in a way. Our numbers are toll-free, 1-800-222-ROCK in the United States. Chicago's Loop. Welcome back to Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. I'm Bob Coburn. We're with Julian Lennon this evening. Our next call is from Canada, North Bay, Ontario. And it's Jenny. She's listening to 600 CFCH. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
How you doing, Jenny?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
I'd like to ask you, what was it like your first time touring, and was it what you expected?
What was it like first time touring? Well, actually, it was I was very scared. Was first setting foot on the stage was just about the most nerve-wracking thing I could have ever done in my life. I guess for the first 2 weeks to a month of the tour, I actually didn't move a lot. I actually paced from side to side with my head bowed down and said, well, this is the next song. And, What was the other one? Sorry,
Is it what you expected?
Is it what I expected? Well, I didn't have any expectations of the tour. I really didn't. It was just a day-to-day thing. You know, whatever happened then, there or then, is what I deal with at the time. But it turned out really nice, and I'm really looking forward to this next one, you know, so we'll be on the road soon.
Has the fear of looking out and seeing 15,000 people looking back at you dissipated at all?
Just a little bit. I'm still going to get nervous as hell on stage.
There you are, Ginny. Thank you for your questions. We're going to speak with Jill now. We go to Orlando, Florida, all the way across the continent here. WDIZ is our affiliate, and Jill, you're on the Rockline.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Jill.
Hi. Since everybody's telling you happy birthday, I'll tell you happy April Fool's Day.
Oh,
all right. Which it is. It's after midnight now.
April Fools. Oh, good. I'm glad you told me that. Now I can go out and play a few jokes.
Beware in case anybody pulls any tricks on you. I want to say that I saw you 1 year ago in Tampa, Florida in concert. It was great.
Thank you.
And my question was, I was just thinking about how both your parents are so artistic and creative and all that, and I was wondering if you also did any drawing or painting or story writing in addition to your writing music. And
yeah, in fact, before I was going to take music seriously, so to speak, I mean, I'd played music since I was 11, but I was actually going to go to art college. That was about the only serious subject in school that I took. You know, I was, and also with having an artist for a mother, she always helped me out and taught me to draw better and better all the time. You know, so I did used to love drawing, and from time to time I scribble sort of caricatures down and stuff like that. Yeah, I draw from time to time, but.
So instead of going to art school, you took your friend Justin Clayton out of art school and put him in a rock band. Julian, how could you do that?
Well, that's what he really wanted to do.
There you go. Thank you, Jill. We appreciate you being on the air with us. Let's see what Michael has on his mind. He is in Little Rock listening to Magic 105 there in Arkansas. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Julian.
How you doing, Michael?
I'm fine.
Good stuff.
I'd like to know, now I know that you must be proud to have a father like John Lennon, but are you making any conscious attempt to separate yourself from the John Lennon son label?
Well, there's been no conscious effort to be with that sort of connection label, so to speak. I mean, if there's any comparisons you hear on the album, there's no conscious effort to do that. But the last album, Velotte, was kind of 70s, so it did lend an ear towards Dad in a way, and also people hear what they want to hear in music, you know, so if they want to think it sounds like Dad, then they can do that. But this album is not necessarily a conscious effort to get away from that, but I just was involved with a lot more energy on stage and wanted to get that down on the album, and I think that's pulled me away even further just a little bit, you know, so I don't quite know what my direction will be in the future, but it looks very energetic and exciting.
Our direction right now is to play another song by Julian Lennon. Let me Tell You is the name of this one on Rockline. From The Secret Value of Daydreaming, Let Me Tell You by Julian Lennon. He's our guest for the entire program this evening on Rockline. Another Florida call we're going to accept right now from Jacksonville, listening to Rock 105. We got Jeff on the show. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing?
How you doing, Jeff?
Man, I love your music. I love it, man. You're doing a good job of it.
Thank you.
I got one good question to ask you.
Okay.
After your first band, you were, you know, the old style British rock and everything like that, which I do like. And I love it, and I love the older rock, you know, the old CCR and stuff like that. The old Beatles. I love it, but there's a newer, you know, as we progress, all of us progress. We've got the newer stuff that we all like to listen to, and your songs Stick Around really hit the spot. And I was just wanting to ask you, are you going to continue in that direction?
Yes, in fact, I am. I'm going to continue completely in that direction. I still do a lot of instrumental stuff that isn't on the album. Obviously, I write stuff specifically for an album, so what you will hear will be along that direction. But there is so much more I have to offer as a musician, which you don't get to hear. So maybe along the way I'll have one of those funny bits albums, like 3.5, which isn't really in succession, which I'll just throw all the instrumental and experimental stuff. But the albums in general will be along this direction, if not a bit crazier.
So you have quite a few songs in progress without lyrics, I guess.
Yeah. I think you can get a lot of emotion without having to have lyrics. Instrumentals really do the job, because I mean, if you notice in some like film scores, without the music there, you wouldn't be crying. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff. So there is a lot of emotion in music without lyrics.
Do you ever see yourself doing film work, scoring or soundtrack writing or whatever?
Great possibilities there. Because I have already so much stuff which is backlogged of instrumental, really nice stuff, which I'm just waiting till I don't know, maybe after this tour or whenever, when I can actually settle down and think, well, what can I do now for a couple of months, and who knows what I'll get into.
Good call, Jeff. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're going to put David on the rock line now in Atlanta, listening to 96 Rock. David, you're on.
How you doing?
Oh, fine, David.
How's, I guess you're doing fine. Everybody's asked you that question tonight.
Yes, thank you. Very perceptive.
One thing we're sure of.
I'd like to applaud you on your second LP. It's very good. I like the direction you're going. I mean, you're not staying with the same formula.
Yeah.
And the question I have for you is, on your first album, you did most of your recording in New York, but you did something in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and we're down here in Atlanta. We've heard of the Muscle Shoals rhythm section, but
sure.
How did you come to be in there?
Actually, what happened was Phil was looking for a good environment to start me off in the business, so to speak, for the first album. And Phil Ramone actually decided and said, okay, Jules, listen, this is where we're going. So we actually did the basic tracks down in Alabama with the Muscle Shoals rhythm section. So, I mean, they were the basis for and the basic tracks for the whole first album. All the overdubs and stuff like that was done in New York, but the good old guys down there were the main stuff.
Those guys are great players, aren't they?
They are incredible.
Real professionals.
Yep,
and
you're not kidding.
That's why so many people keep going back there over and over again.
Yep.
Good call from you too, David. Thank you. It's Kylie that we'll speak with now. She is in Fresno, California, listening to 106 KKDJ. Kylie, meet Julian Lennon.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Kylie.
How are you?
Oh, doing well.
I can tell.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you again. Oh, dear. Don't remind me about my birthday too much, please.
My parents say happy birthday, too, and they love you. And, okay, my question is, do you own any of your father's instruments, like guitars and everything?
Well, I actually have one or two which he gave me as birthday presents, a couple of years back now. But actually, Yoko's actually holding on to the rest of them for the time being, because, and for a good reason, because I'm actually moving around so much. I haven't, I've just moved from London to New York now, and I haven't really had a chance to settle down, and get a real bass for myself, which I don't think I'll do for a while. And just moving around from apartment to apartment, it's really not worth... I feel it's unsafe for me to just leave them hanging around with the removals guys, every now and then. So she's actually going to look after them for a little while longer, and maybe I'll get in touch with a couple of them later on when I finally settle down and have a home, so to speak.
There you are, Kylie. You're moving to New York? Is that what
I've actually just started renting a place in New York, because all my work's over here now, mainly anyway, and I enjoy it over here so much, So I have a little apartment at the moment which I use as a base for all the junk I collect on promo tours and real tours too.
Let's take another call. Doreen is who we'll speak with now in Warren, Rhode Island, listening to Providence's 94 HJY. Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Julian?
Yes?
I just want to say I love you. I think your music's great. I saw you in concert twice, and you were excellent.
Thank you. That's sweet.
As a matter of fact, I saw you in Boston, and then I drove 6 hours to see you in Syracuse, New York.
There's a fan.
Yeah. Oh, dear me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. My question is, on the flip side of Say You're Wrong from your last album, you did a song called Big Mama, which you also performed in your concerts.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that was about Yoko.
Oh, no, not at all. It was just a fictional character that I sort of made up, and a lot of people have actually asked me that. I can see similarities or why you might tie that up, but no, originally it wasn't written about her at all. It was just a fictional character that I made up and wrote a basic story about.
Now, that song, Big Mama, is not on either album. We should play that in a few minutes. In
Yeah,
fact,
sure.
I think
That
we're gonna
sounds
do
like a
that.
great
That's a good
idea.
We'll do it in the next segment, as a matter of fact.
Sorry.
We've got a brief timeout coming up right now. Our numbers are toll-free, 1-800-222-ROCK in the U.S. In Canada, 1-800-344-ROCK. We're waiting for your call. We're live. Call now. It's Rockline. Welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn with Julian Lennon. Our next song was the B-side of the single Too Late for Goodbyes and was also on the British 12-inch with Too Late for Goodbyes and Well, I Don't Know. This is Big Mama on Rockline. Big Mama by Julian Lennon on Rockline and the Global Satellite Network. Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Let's talk with Kimberly in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, listening to Knoxville's WIMZ FM. You're on the Rockline, Kimberly.
Hi, Julian. Happy April Fool's Day.
Thank you. You too, Kimberly.
What I wanted to know is, why did you title your published music Ripples Limited? And will you be coming to Knoxville, Tennessee on this tour? And what is your advice on how to be a successful songwriter?
Let me see. Well, the actual publishing goes through a lot of companies, you know. Some of it goes through Chapel, some of it goes through Charisma. So, you know, I never know where it'll end up, you know. What was the other one?
Yeah, there were so many there. I got lost too. What else, Kimberly?
Will you be coming to Knoxville on this tour? Please say yes.
Well, actually, I haven't got the final dates of where we're playing it, so I can't say yes and I can't say no. We're actually adding dates by the second, literally, nearly. So, you know, we're going to be out here for 3 or 4 months. So, I mean, if it's not actually there, we'll be in that area, you know. So we will try our best to be all around. Actually, as far as the other question goes, songwriting tips. I mean, how I actually first started to learn. I mean, when I was first starting to learn how to actually play music, never mind songwriting, was actually learning with the Beatles tunes. Because if you look at the structure of some of their songs, especially the early day stuff, the actual structure is very strong, you know, as far as the verse, chorus, middle 8-bit goes. The melodies are very strong, you know, all the music melodies and the lyrics are great, you know. So if you really want to start off writing songs, that is a good way. Learn with the Beatles. How about that?
It was a pretty good band, wouldn't you say? Thanks for the call, Kimberly.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Did we get all 3 of your questions there, Kimberly?
Well, I just wanted to ask you one more thing.
Oh, quickly.
Okay.
The original question I asked you about why you titled the music Ripples, was that not you that came up with that title?
Ripples, as far as a publishing company is concerned, no, I didn't come up with that at all, no.
So erroneous information.
I'll have to look into that, actually. Thank you.
We're going to turn it to Leah now in Hamilton, Ontario, and she is listening to CKOC. Leah, you're on.
Hi.
Hello, Leah.
I'd like to wish you the best on your new album.
Thank you.
My question is how was your relationship between your father and yourself?
How was it? Well, it was actually, it was very, well, it was getting better and better. I mean, we split up for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, late 60s, 70s. This sounds like a long time ago. Well, it actually was. We started getting back together around 74. And I used to go and see him every Christmas, so it would be a big treat as far as Christmas goes, and it would be a big treat seeing Dad again, you know. And then we started getting closer and closer, you know. Every vacation I had, you know, Easter, summer, I'd be there all the time. So it was getting real good. It really was.
Are there times now you wish he could hear you?
I think he is. I think I still think of him up there listening, you know. I think he's jamming up there with Hendrix and all that, and they're going to the pub and the bar and drinking, and then checking down on what's happening on planet Earth down here. So I think I'll see him again.
I like that. Let's talk with Bob in Cleveland, Ohio. Our station's WMMS. Hi, Bob.
Hello, Julian.
Hiya, Bob.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. I'd like to know if Hey Jude was written for you.
Yes, it was, Bob. It was actually written while my parents broke up. It was a song to console me, so to speak. Paul was thinking about what was happening, and obviously where my parents were going as far as them splitting up, and yeah, it was a nice song that's just basically said, look out for yourself, Jules, and watch out. And I still enjoy listening to it these days. I still remember good old times. Well, I mean, not that time the split was a good old time, but it brings back some nice memories.
Do you recall what you felt when you first heard that song or found out about it? Was it a thrill for you? Do you remember?
Well, actually, my mother, I wasn't sure about it. I'd always, it was it, and I never asked anybody. And I only found out from my mother about 7 years ago, so it was like, really? Oh, so it was a shock for me, but it was great,
Thanks for your call, Bob. We got to take a time out. We'll come back with more rock and roll, more talk with Julian Lennon. It's Rockline. Our numbers are toll-free, 1-800-222-ROCK in the U.S. and Canada, 1-800-344-ROCK. Both are toll-free. Call now. It's Rockline. Welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn with Julian Lennon. We're going to play another song from the brand new album, The Secret Value of Daydreaming. And the best word to describe the song that closes the album, Want Your Body, is simply beautiful.
Want your body, I love you.
Mesmerizing music from Julian Lennon, Want Your Body on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Time for another call. We're about to run out of time, so let's hit the phones here, Julian. A call from Toledo, Ohio. Holy Toledo. FM 104 is our station there. This is Don. Hi. Hi, Don.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Don, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, Julian, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay, I noticed I was watching your video, okay?
Yeah.
Song Too Late for Goodbyes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, can you tell me who's the one that does the dancing in the background when you're playing keyboard?
Yes, but of course, this was a guy I saw on one of those odd art stations, that I don't know what they're called. PBS or whatever. Anyway, I actually saw this guy dancing, and I thought, oh, this is weird dancing. He was totally unlike anything I'd ever seen. He used to stand up on one leg and pretend to be a stork and stuff like that. Very strange stuff. Anyway, I got in touch with him because I was thinking of doing some ideas for stage originally. And this guy's name was Moses Pendleton. And he's just an incredible dancer. We got on so well. So we said, why don't we, it was another one of those, well, why don't you pop down to the video session? And actually Sam Peckinpah came up with the idea of him being the silhouette in the doorway, But he's an incredible dancer. Should look out for him sometimes.
Thank you for your call there, Don. Now, the two Sam Peckinpah videos that he directed, Too Late for Goodbyes and Lot, were amongst the last things he did, if not the last things.
The last things
The absolute last things.
Yeah. It was an honor to work with him. He was a great man.
Let's move on to Dennis in Cleveland, Ohio. WMMS is our station there. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Julian?
Yeah, Dennis.
I'm not going to ask you how you're doing.
Thank you. I applaud you on that one. No, really.
I'll just say it's great to talk to you.
Thank you.
What I want to say is I seen you on the David Letterman show last week.
Yes.
Well, first of all, before I ask you the question, I don't think your music sounds like anybody else's, no matter what Dave says.
Thanks.
And how do you like doing a show like that as compared to, what you're doing right now?
I enjoy both, really. I have such a lot of fun doing radio and TV stuff because it's all new experience to me. So if I can have fun while doing it, then it's great. I enjoyed the show, the Letterman show, very much. I'm glad he wasn't too hard on me. I guess he liked me a little bit. And doing radio stuff is just great to me because it doesn't matter what I look like. It can be a real mess. And
I was going to bring that up, Julian.
No, but I enjoy it so much. I really do. I get off on this sort of thing. I don't know why.
Thank you for your call, Dennis. And by the way, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for your cards and letters. Our address is P.O. Box S, Tarzana, California, 91356. Thanks for calling and for listening this evening. Now, the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be on vacation, but don't worry, we have 2 great guest hosts for you. Next week, it's Fee Wabel with his special guest, Greg Kinn, and some more, too, as a matter of fact. Then on April 14th, don't miss Joe Piscopo. He'll be guest host, and he'll be here with some very special guests as well. Upon my return, it's Judas Priest and Honeymoon Suite. That'll be followed by GTR, a new band featuring Steve Howe and Steve Hackett, former Yes, Asia, and Genesis members, and a couple of great guitar players. Also forthcoming, our 5-year birthday celebration and a whole lot more. Thanks to you, Julian Lennon. Thank you for the music so far. Plenty more to come. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being here. A couple of questions I want to close with. Do you ever think you'll record a Beatles song? Now, you did Day Tripper in concert the last time. Do you ever think you'll do a cover of a Beatles tune?
No, I don't think so, because I don't mind doing it on tour. That's a different thing, because I think that unless my own creativity runs out, that's when I'll do a cover. But I think I've got a lot left to play and to give, before I start doing cover songs. So that's...
And the other question, what does your mom think of all this and your newfound success? How's she been?
She's enjoying it very much. She's very proud of me, the son. Oh, good job. Yeah, she's been doing so much. She's started a new career, so I thought she'd have trouble keeping up with me, Now she's doing her own thing. I can't even get
Keep up with her.
Hello, Mum, are you there? No, she's always off. So yeah, she's very proud of me.
Great. Again, thanks for being here, and it's great to meet you.
Thank you. It's been a great pleasure, Bob.
Remember, Fee Wabel of the Tubes will be in the chair next week. I'm BC, and I'll be seeing you in 3 weeks. You've been listening to Rockline, brought to you in part by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Rockline is engineered by Jimmy Height, Jimmy Tomlinson, Jim Pettyjohn, and Steve Dubay, and mixed on Yamaha professional sound equipment. Special production by Jimmy Rash. Technical direction by Jim Nelson. Our thanks to C.W. West and Kevin Stevens for their special help. Our associate producer is Mark Dolstein. Producer Cindy Tolan. Executive producer Howard Gilman. Rockline is a presentation of the Global Satellite Network for distribution in the United States by the ABC Rock Radio Network.
And that's Rockline for this now Tuesday morning, April the 1st, 1986. Welcome to April. Rockline was brought to you by Biasco Music, Chicagoland's largest rock and roll superstore, located at 5535 West Belmont in Chicago. I am Mitch Michaels for Patty Hayes, who is on vacation, and we have an extra special treat for you tonight as our first midnight album of the weekend, first midnight album of April, as Julian Lennon was our host for the entire 90 minutes, or I should say as our guest for the entire 90 minutes of Rockline tonight. It almost seems appropriate that we would play a Beatle album. And what a Beatle album we have. 1968 was a very, very good year. First called The Beatles, better known as the White Album. We've got it for you in its entirety on WLUP, Chicago's Loop.